Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this fun video. Today I am participating, my lovely friend Christina from Redefine Creative and the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. If you recall, in October she scrapbooked live every day on her public page, accompanying us all on the 30 Days of Sketches Series 6. And she decided to keep that going in November. And in November, every day, she has a live. And her series this month is an inspiration tribute. So basically, every single day, she takes one of our scrappy friends and scraplifts her, somebody that inspires her, and scraplifts her. So I wanted to play along as much as I possibly could. I've not been very successful so far, but I intend to do a lot more, I hope, in the latter part of the month. But she started the series on the 1st, of course, scraplifting our lovely, lovely friend Christy. And that's what I wanted to do for the first layout as well. And I wanted to scraplift this one, which was from the 30 Days of Sketches. And it was a gorgeous layout where Christy used this beautiful, beautiful cut file. She backed it. She did tons of stitching on it. And all of this to me just symbolizes Christy. There's sequins and stitching and lovely little cluster. And this is just a beautiful photo of her and her sister. So that is the one. And because, of course, in November, we are concentrating and focusing on cut files, it was also a perfect layout to choose. Now, here comes the reveal. I honestly don't think I did this justice. I'm sorry, Christy. I had so many ideas swarming in my head, and I even messaged Christy on the day that I was doing this, which was last Sunday, and I said I had to put it aside and actually go for a walk. And then I came back and I finished it. Now, so without further ado, here's my layout. Now, I like it, but I love the cut file. I started by doing some watercoloring on the cut file, and I love doing that with the florals and the leaves, and I used here some golden yellows into oranges and into sort of the orangey reds, a couple of 3 different colors of greens for the leaves. Then it curls up a little bit, but I backed the letter part back in white because I found just lying it down there was just a little, just fading into this background. But that, I love the cut file when I had the watercoloring done. I used my St. Petersburg White Nights watercolors, and I loved it, but I think the colors threw me a little bit, because then when I wanted to try and match it to my How to Kill a Kit with Style, the Maggie Holmes Marigold, it was too bright, too bright. And then when I wanted to match it to the lovely Vicki Boutin Storyteller, it was also not in the right tones. The saturation was there, but the tones were not there. It would have needed to be closer, bolder, more orangey reds towards the red, maybe even a little bit of magenta, so it didn't really go with that. So I probably should have chosen papers before I did the watercoloring and then try to match it, but I just got carried away with the watercoloring. So then I just went on a deep stash dive, and I found this paper in my stash. I laid the cut file on it and I loved it, but then that's what decided me that I needed to back the letters back in white. So I did that. I chose this paper, and then I continued. This is a printable from Tracy Reed, the printables that I've been using. This is a piece of paper that was next in my stash to this piece of paper, and I believe these are both some older Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper that I've had for years and years in my stash. I contemplated using the yellow as the background, but things didn't pop as much. So in the end, I chose this paper and I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. I put the cut file up on foam, And then, of course, I just put the foam on the letter part so that because of the watercolor, the florals and the leaves are curling up in any case. And I do quite like that effect. I just have one photo, as Christy did. Mine is maybe a little bit more askew. I didn't do the lovely outlining that she did around because, of course, it's not white. I was going to maybe do just a white outline on the sides, but I wasn't sure that was going to be... I could still go back and do that, couldn't I? I could do a double line top to bottom. It would certainly bring things in, and it would resemble Christy's a little bit more. What do you think? I think I'm going to try that. So, my goodness me, this month you're going to see lots of little additions when I do my layout share, because it would appear I come on here with incomplete layouts as I go through them with you. So, I did 2 banners instead of 1 down on the side here. I popped the top part of my photo up on foam and tucked the bottom part. And this is just an everyday photo. I was walking back from my mom's on Saturday, actually, and it was a beautiful, beautiful Indian summer day. We've had crazy, crazy weather. Last weekend we had 20 and 21 degrees. We broke records everywhere. And I know there was snowstorms in Saskatchewan and I think maybe even Alberta. I'm so sorry for you. We had crazy weather. Now, I'm recording this on Monday morning, so we are still to have that at least today and tomorrow, and it's going to be apparently Thursday before we get back to seasonal temperatures. 20 degrees, I'm not going to complain. So I just took this photo walking back from my mom's because I thought it would be a fun everyday layout, particularly since the second wave of lockdown. I do this walk twice a week, 2.75 kilometers one way. Sometimes I only walk one way, sometimes there and back, depending on the weather and the packages that I might have to carry. Although generally when I go either to do all of the cleaning or whatever at Mom's, because she's not allowed to have her cleaning lady there, I'm just too exhausted to do any of my own errands. And when I do her errands, I don't feel like doing mine. So rarely do I have packages. So I pretty much always at least walk back, and this was the walk back, and I just love just our little town. And there's a little church that you can see from anywhere in our town, which is very, very typical of small towns here in Quebec. So I just tucked it there where you can still see the road and the church. And then I just got some Nicole Jones 911 printables, the viewfinders in these closer to the bright colors that I have going on here. 3 different sizes of viewfinders, which I just tucked in here. 2 tabs that I put here on the side. And then up here I did just a banner with a little bit of the paper that I had left from this banner, and a tab and a viewfinder. And these fun glittery yellow thickers I've had in my stash for a very, very long time. So On the Way Home is my title, and my journaling is basically just the story I told you. And then, because no scrap lift of Christy can be complete without sequins, of course, I went into my Spiegel Mom Scrap sequins, and I took out the sort of more orangey, but in the darker shade here, and I just went into my little nooks and crannies and put some sequins here to complete those little areas, and a few little enamel hearts and stars that I had on my desk as well. So there you go. There is my layout. I honestly don't think I really did the scrap lift justice, maybe except for the cut file, which I am very happy with, but the layout is done. In my heart, it's a tribute to my lovely friend, so we're going to leave it at that. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful scrappy day. Christy's channel will be linked down below, of course, as will the Redefined public page, because every single day, Christina is scrap lifting someone else. I was honored to be chosen on the 5th was it on the 5th? Yes, it was on the 5th of November. So pop on over if you don't follow her on the public page, and you can get a video a day. And they are always stored on the Facebook Lives as well, so that you can catch up if you missed any of them. And I will see you back here very, very soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.